by cutting short an event. You should have cancelled that event, seeing how things were playing out. You should have gotten intel reports that suggested that things would go out of hand. And so you've done no one a favor with the optics of cutting short a felicitation ceremony that shouldn't have happened in the first place. Sagai Raj is live with us for more on that. Sagai, it reeks of insensitivity. I can't believe that as we speak right now about this stampede, there's an event that continues with blaring music celebrating RCB players at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. That's not in the government's hands. It's on the RCB, those event organizers. What I do blame the government for is perhaps not seeing this coming, not knowing these kind of crowds would gather. And then DK Shivkumar actually says that, look, we cut short the felicitation ceremony. It shouldn't have happened, Sagai. Seeing the crowd, seeing that things were going out of control, it shouldn't have happened.
Absolutely, there could have been a better management of the crowd. They could have put more police officers and more control of the crowd, because there were a huge number of people who were coming in metro train. The entire road towards Chinnaswamy Stadium, MG Road, Kabban Road is completely blocked. There is traffic congestion, and there were not even a single vehicle. So most of the fans who were coming, they were using the metro train and they were trying to reach the spot. And there were instructions given by the police. As we speak now, Akshita, I would like to show it to you again, the kind of a frenzy crowd that is gathered here. See, there is a danger. You can see there. You can see there the kind of danger that you have there, but still people want to stand there and get a glimpse of their favorite player and their favorite team. See there, they are on a compound. It is quite danger. Even if one person loses his balance there, he can fall and one more casualty will be reported. But still, the people are taking chances. There were people on the trees. There were people on the compound. Everywhere people are jumping. Police is trying to give them instruction, saying that don't gate crash, don't jump the barricade, don't climb on the walls, don't jump on the trees and try to get inside the stadium. But still, people are not listening. Police are trying their level best, but still people are crazy here. They are doing every single possible thing to get a glimpse of their favorite player and the favorite team. But unfortunately, not at the cost of the lives. Close to more than 7 people who have died in this particular incident. There might be more people. So far, there are no official numbers on the same. We are waiting from the government what will be the final count of the casualties which has been reported from Chinnaswamy Stadium.
At this point, where Sagai is reporting from, the Chinnaswamy Stadium, there are still fans there. There are still fans going crazy, berserk. Maybe they don't know what's happened. The government does, the administration does. How do they choose to respond? They're saying we cut short the felicitation ceremony by 10 to 15 minutes. Thank you very much. But the reality is that the government should be doing a lot more. They should have called off the felicitation ceremony. And I'll bring in Mr. Bhaskar Rao, who served as the former police commissioner in Bengaluru. Mr. Bhaskar Rao. All right, my apologies. We've lost the connection with Mr. Bhaskar Rao. I'll bring in Nagarjun Dwarkanath, my colleague who's been getting us the latest reactions from the government. Nagarjun, the reality is, and the reason so many questions are being asked of the government, is that they should have had some intel that lakhs of people would gather. Anyone who'd seen the images last night of the celebration would have known that today, if the RCB team comes to the streets of Bengaluru, there would be lakhs of people who gather. And if there was no intel input on that, that's still 100% a failure of the state government.
That's absolutely true. No words to be minced here. The onus is on the government. There was clear mismanagement of the security today. The Chief Minister, the Home Minister, the Deputy Chief Minister, the Cabinet colleagues should have put their foot down and had better arrangements, including the Vidhan Soudha premises. There was total chaos. The police themselves were wondering how to control this crowd without even having enough number of people inside. Still, there were a lot of employees who were from Vidhan Soudha thronged the stage. The ideal situation would be giving off to employees of Vidhan Soudha so that their safety is taken care firstly. Even including a critical installation Vidhan Soudha, people had thronged in public, had entered Vidhan Soudha, few of them jumping the compound walls, few of them trying to climb trees and enter Vidhan Soudha. That was the situation inside Vidhan Soudha. One can imagine what would happen at the stadium, because the entry to the stadium was free of cost. All you had to do is just register yourself and show a QR code at the entry. There was total craze for the players entering the stadium. And the situation had occurred when the people stood on a drain, is what we are told. There was a slab put on the drain in the premises of this.
पहले क्या हो रहा है
People stood, over 30 to 50 people stood. The drain collapsed. Akshita, could you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead, Nagarjun. You were giving us details of what exactly transpired there.
Yes, so the drain broke open and then the people fell into the drain, and that led to the panic-like situation. Few of them tried to pull out people from the drain. Few of them thought they were falling into the drain, and total chaos broke out, and that's when panic struck and the stampede happened. Over 7 is what we are told officially dead. Right now, I am at the Chief Minister's residence, where the Home Minister and Chief Minister were right here few minutes back, and they left to Bowring Hospital from here. Already the BJP delegation has reached the Bowring Hospital. We heard Vijayendra blame the Congress government, and no words to be minced here. The onus has to be taken by the government as to how did this happen, how did the mismanagement happen. I knew, you knew that lakhs and lakhs of people would gather at the stadium and on the roads of Bangalore city in front of Vidhan Sauda. I think better management should have done by the Chief Minister himself. He should have put his foot down and say, employees of Vidhan Sauda, stay away from work today, and certain roads had to be blocked for traffic. The players themselves could not
No, so
reach
then, Naga,
the
you
stadium.
know,
I
what
saw one of the
you're
DCPs,
telling us here,
standing on the
you'd think our basic steps, especially in a city like Bengaluru, which has hosted massive global events, they're used to crowds. You'd think these are basic steps that are taken as crowd control measures. So why wasn't it done? Was it that, you know, this was extremely last minute, that the government should have maybe held back 24 hours, ensured adequate preparation, and then called for this kind of a ceremony, that you simply didn't give the corps enough time to prepare on ground?
Actually, a few things to also ponder over. The match got over around 12 o'clock. The celebrations, the cup lifting, everything went up to 12:30. And all local MLAs had put out screens in their own constituency for the grounds. So all the police were also deployed there. By the time the crowd went back to their house safely, it almost went up to 5 a.m. And the cops on duty on ground went back home at 6:30 and again got back to work around 8:30 or 9 in the morning. So the planning time was also very minimal. Remember, overnight there was no communication because the CM and Home Minister was not available to take decisions. In the morning when they got into a huddle, they said, yes, we are doing a road show, and then no road show. The traffic department said we can't take care of the traffic. So there was a lot of chaos as well, and the police also seemed to be overburdened. Last morning till 5 a.m. they were doing bandobast of people, sending people away from the ground. And again this morning, crowd control. People started coming into Vidhan Sauda from 1 p.m. as well. The event was at 4 o'clock, and the stadium event was at 6 o'clock. People started thronging the Bangalore roads at 1 p.m. I saw a lot of people block the Vidhan Sauda road itself. By 1 p.m. it was completely choco-block. And VK Shivkumar gave us the numbers. 5,000 were deployed in and around Vidhan Sauda. That's a reasonable number, but the management is where it was not managed well. That's where the problem rose, I feel. And this happened inside the premises of Chinnaswamy Stadium. And that also the government is saying we would not know that the drain was there. People in panic got onto the drain. The slab broke. All that is an afterthought. But the crowd management I feel that could have been managed much better. And the Chief Minister and the government should have taken onus on this situation and got into a huddle and done more for protocol and also the traffic.
100%. 100% criminal negligence, 100% mismanagement. It's almost as if the government was swept away by the fan frenzy, starstruck by RCB's win, which you simply cannot have. The administration must kick in to ensure that the number one priority, come what may, is safety of the public. That clearly wasn't done. It wasn't priority number one. You realized at one point, at least in the afternoon, that this is not going to pan out well, that there are crowds that we are not able to handle. So at that point, at least, ideally, you should have called off the event, not cutting it short by a few minutes, as DK Shivkumar says, as if he's done everyone a favor to ensure the optics are taken care of, that we ensured a short felicitation ceremony. Instead, anyone to the naked eye, and even as we were covering it here on India Today, we were talking about the celebrations, but at the same time taking note of how unprecedented the crowds were. So even sitting in Delhi, looking at those images, we knew that what's playing out is lakhs of fans coming together. How did the administration not see it? How did the administration not crack down, immediately call off the felicitation ceremony when they realized that, look, this is going to go out of control? And because of that, because of the government's late awakening to what's happened and the fact they didn't have the resources to control it, over 7 people have died. Apurva Jayachandran is joining us live from the Bowring Hospital in Bengaluru, which is where the injured are right now. Apurva, we understand that there are several people injured in the stampede who are currently in the ICU.
Hospital. We're also getting to learn from,
admitted here at Bowring Hospital. We're also getting to learn from, officials that also in Vaidehi Hospital as well, several people who have been injured in this stampede-like situation have been admitted as well. But let me remind you of something. We were there on the ground and the situation was quite, dire. There was hardly any place to move or even, breathe as well. And most importantly, even the ambulances that were there for first aid, even they were unable to make way and reach the area at the prompt time to help, be there for medical assistance and help as necessary. The crowds that had been gathering for almost over hours and hours since early this morning outside the Chinnaswamy Stadium just went on. The numbers just kept increasing, and the sad part is that neither the officials nor the government could step up and do anything to manage what was happening out there. Even as crowds came in, there were some who were saying that yes, they were giving free tickets for the RCB function that was supposed to take place there at the Chinnaswamy Stadium. Somebody said that they were supposed to go online and get these tickets. On the other side, the government and the cricket authorities there said that all arrangements had been properly made. But clearly this looks like a lapse on the part. But the question remains is, who is it that is actually at fault here? Remember, the public, yes, RCB has won after 18 years. They finally won the IPL Cup. But does that demand that all of these people come out in large numbers to celebrate at this juncture, and also the kind of arrangements that had been made? Why wasn't there enough arrangement made? All of these questions are on several people's mind.
Apurva, we played a report that you gave us earlier from a few moments ago. The chaos and the mismanagement is so extreme that even for ambulances to make their way out of that stampede site, chaos to get to the location where this has happened, chaos to get the injured to a hospital. Delays that have been reported on that front as well, because the basic steps of ensuring an emergency route even wasn't set up. There were not enough barricades. We were speaking earlier to a former top cop who said that the basic steps of crowd control, of putting up ropeways to ensure that the crowds can't go certain ways and that more people cannot enter, even that wasn't done. And so that tells you how there was just about a few hours for the Bengaluru police to prepare for lakhs of people to come onto the streets of Bengaluru. And that's why I think it's not fair to completely blame the police. It's a 100% administrative issue. The government took a call that in a matter of hours after midnight celebrations of RCB lifting the IPL trophy, what was the tearing hurry to go forward with this kind of a felicitation ceremony? Especially when you knew that you don't have the kind of deployment needed to control lakhs of people. And at no point can the government get away by saying, we didn't know so many people would gather. Anyone on social media looking at the pictures that came in last night of the celebrations of how Bengaluru turned essentially into, a hub of celebrations. It was almost like Diwali last night. Anyone who saw those images would tell you that you're going to see lakhs of people out there if the RCB team reaches the streets of Bengaluru. Yet the government says we had no idea. And they're saying they've dealt with this as sensitively as they could. What do they mean by that? Essentially, the government has cut short the felicitation ceremony by 10 to 15 minutes. Why? Because they realized the situation was out of hand. Ideally, the government should have realized that much before the felicitation ceremony, called off all events, saying, look, what we're seeing is an unprecedented situation where lakhs of people have gathered. We did not anticipate this. Let's call it off before it's too late. Instead, they went ahead with all of their celebrations, as a result of which over 7 people have died. And look at these images of locals carrying people on their shoulders, taking them, rushing them to nearby medical facilities. Why? Because there was no way ambulances could get right up to the Chinnaswamy Stadium because of the massive crowds. On one hand, the insensitivity of the government in going ahead with the felicitation ceremony despite the situation that was playing out, despite knowing lakhs of people have gathered and they simply don't have the police resources. Insensitivity on the part of the RCB event organizers who went ahead with this massive bash, music blaring, whatnot at the Chinnaswamy Stadium, just meters away from where this happened, where over 7 people have died.